just qualified, and it was quite exciting. Yesterday we tested all day, and it was raining all day, so we didn't really gain a lot of information for a dry qualifying session. But really enjoyed. I really enjoyed qualifying. I think Adrian did too. He didn't quite hook up the lap that he expected, but and I probably exceeded my expectations because we managed to get it on pole position for the first race. So it was a bit of a banzai lap that I wouldn't want to do too many of them because ran wide a few corners, but just kept my foot in and managed to get a time good enough for pole position. There's so many bumps into the braking zones, so I actually started the lap with a bit of a leery approach to the first corner because I hit the bumps and didn't slow the car down quick enough, turned into the corner and the car took it, but although we did run wide, but I looked down at my predictive lap timer and it said I was half a second up, having just gone through one corner. So it's quite a good tool to have in the car because I then worked really hard on that lap. You really have to wind yourself up around here and sort of dare yourself to get harder on the throttle rather than sort of half throttle at places. And it's you really feel like you're stretching the sidewall of the tyre and really asking a bit too much of the car. Definitely, you couldn't do it for 25 minutes. You'd definitely have an accident.
I mean, I felt really good in qualifying. The car after I followed Mark around the second lap, I thought this car feels great. You know, really. Yesterday was damp and as you'd expect, it was slippery. But today, loads of bite in the front end. Felt like places where I was struggling a bit yesterday, I could get on it. And I thought it was going to be great. And I saw I was third. Our pit board's quite a long way down the straight, so it's kind of difficult to see. But I was pushing hard, probably pushing too hard. I think that might be the problem. And then I understand I ended up fifth, which surprised me because I thought it wasn't a bad lap. I made a mistake coming out the last corner, and then for Mark to be a second up the road, I mean that's a mega lap to be fair. So I think the race will be good because I don't think that pace is sustainable. I'm sure he is a second quicker, but whether it's a second quicker for the whole race, I don't know. So I think we're right. We've got a nice sandwich because I'm fifth. We've got the Tom who's leading in third. He's between us, so we're on the inside and Mark at the front. So it's interesting if Mark will do, I don't mean what he says he's going to do, but whether or not he'll end up braking hard and getting us all stacked up, or whether accelerate and go. So I think I'm going to have my wits about me on the opening lap, that's for sure.
Ady's got lots more to say than I have. I had to start, I chatted to Ady because he's demon on the start, so I copied his start and got away well, so I'll do that again. And yeah, had a good start. It was all going to plan until I think the second or third lap, and just got it slightly sideways coming out of the first corner, and they got the run on me, and Bradshaw just tucked down my inside as I went into Cascades, and it wasn't worth defending. It would have then I probably would have lost more than just one place. So from then on, really, I sort of put my headlights on straight away and looked in my mirror, and Ady and the other Boxster were close, and sort of tried to basically keep second. I had a glimmer of hope a couple of times because he slowed and had a puff of smoke coming out of his exhaust. So, but it didn't seem to slow him down for enough. So I'd like to blame a pair of sunglasses that fell out and got jammed under my throttle pedal, but I don't know, maybe the cameraman might have left them in there. Otherwise I'd have won that.
Didn't affect your braking.
Hopefully you got lots of film, because over to Ady now, I'll tell you about his race.
I actually can't really remember it all. I just know it being really busy. It was
all I could say is 1 minute he was right behind me, next minute he'd gone, next minute he's behind me. So it was quite.
It was. I mean, I made a reasonable start. Again, I couldn't exactly see what Mark had done, but then the Boxster had moved over. Tom had moved over, and I just thought, I just don't want to brake there because like we need to get going a bit. So I was into the back of the Boxster, and you get a little rub from behind, which is obviously fine. We're all straight at that point in time. I can't absolutely tell you what happened then for a bit, but I just know people came past me, and I went past cars for different laps and stuff. Pete and I had agreed that we'd not let them go on if we were close together. But he at the first chicane didn't get a particularly good run. I got a better run, but then I was a bit optimistic on the brakes, so we both ended up on the grass. So that was, but that worked. And then Marcus got past me, and then I don't know. I ended up getting past him, and he was slow into the chicane. I had nowhere to go. And had to go down the escape route, and then came out in front of him. They'd actually issued third place because the guys out there thought it was fair enough because I'd got nowhere to go, but he went up there and protested it, and it became fourth. So it's kind of fine with us. We're off to the south of France soon, aren't we? We'll leave them to it at Norfolk. I guess it's when club race. It probably is the right call. I don't know. We couldn't have gone through side by side. The clerk of the course thinks I could have just braked more and tucked in behind him, but that's when he sat up there, all nice and relaxed. So it's good fun. It's nice to get stuck in. I'm looking forward to that. We're kind of closer together.
Side by side. So
yeah.
You wish you hadn't told me about that start.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's, as long as we have a good race, I do care, of course. Yeah, you want to do well, but that was good for me. I mean, I don't know how many times I passed people and people passed me, but I really enjoyed it. So I'm looking forward to seeing the footage. Actually, play it all back to you. My head's just a bit amiss with it at the moment, as ever.
Yeah, I've had a nice relaxing lunch, and and Ady's had quite a stressful time. I think more stressful than the actual race for him. He's been up to the clerk of the course twice, and I think now he's had points on his licence and lost a position, and I'm not sure how that affect him. He'll either be disheartened at this or he'll be the fastest car out there. Here he comes, we'll ask him. I'm actually really looking forward to this because I'm starting second row, fourth on the grid, and it just feels like more of a challenge, to hopefully move forwards rather than move backwards. If I can get on the podium and just have a good race. Yeah. Just saying that my mate is a bit stressed. It's all right now. He's either going to get motivated and win the fastest lap.
That's what I need to do. At the moment I feel a bit like I feel a bit like, oh God, I've got to go racing. But I'm sure when the helmet's on and the lights go, or the red lights go, I'll be fine. Yeah, it's quite a long day, and today for me a little bit switched from. I mean, we definitely want to do well, and we try hard and everything else, and it's really good fun. Then suddenly, when you get all the headmasters out, you're like, oh God Almighty! So I just need to get myself up, which I will be in about a minute's time, and go and have some fun. So I think my plan is
just stick on Mark's tail because he'll weave his way through for sure. And I have a sneaky suspicion that the boxers might take each other out. It's just, I don't know, it's in my bones at the moment. And then I think we need to see how it goes.
We've got to see your mate, of course.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as we're not in there.
So it's been a good day. It's been nice to stay dry and stuff. So yeah, be really good.
the way we wanted to finish our Porsche Cup or Porsche Club Championship, but we're retired. First retirement of the year, but just the brake pedal went to the floor. I'd had a bit of a problem in the first race where it went soft at the end of the race, and we thought we'd found a slight weep on one of the pipes, so we'd replaced that. But I would imagine master cylinder or something's given up on the car, because the brake pedal's completely gone to the floor this time. With about 8 minutes to go, it was soft, and I just thought, I'm just going to have to ease off a bit. If I lose a couple of places, finish the race, and then it completely gave up just as I was going into Cascades. Luckily, I know that the national circuit goes straight on, so I did a lap of the national circuit, which I think the marshals were looking and thinking, he's never going to get away with that. It's about a 1.5 mile shortcut. It would have put me back into the lead. I say back into the lead, it would have put me in the lead. But yeah, at least it's in one piece. I mean, it could have been horrendous really, because it's quite fast around here. Like Goodwood and Castle Combe, if you do hit the grass, you know within a second you're in the wall. It's one of those sorts of circuits. It's not got the safety of a modern circuit, so you've got to respect this place. So definitely, I feel quite happy that I pitted and didn't try and be super brave without any brakes.
Totally.
Yeah.
And what about Adrian?
I don't know. He's gone to see his pal in the clerk of the course. He's had quite an exciting day. I should think he'll be having a couple of beers tonight, because he's got quite a bashed-in nose on his car, which I did see. He hit Carnell going into the same chicane he got the penalty for earlier. So I couldn't really. I had plenty going on in my car, so I don't really know whose fault that was. But they both recovered from that one. But a few laps later, they came together again, and Carnell's in the gravel trap, and I think Adrian managed to drive through. But you'll have to ask him.
To be honest with you, it was a good race. I got a reasonable start. I don't really know what happened at the first corner, but Mark seemed kind of quite wide and stuff, and I was getting a good run. And then in the I don't know, second lap or something, going down to Cascades, Mark ran out onto the grass on the exit, and I actually thought he got a problem and he was pulling over, but obviously when he was on there the thing was hopping and stuff, so I hit to the inside, but fair enough, he came straight back round the outside of me, and then I just sat on his bumper for probably, I don't know, 7-8 laps, something, 6 laps, something, I don't know, and just kept, just kind of almost, I kept waving hand signals like go, don't defend, just go, we've got to stay with Marcus. But all the time we're getting a longer and longer pedal, and I saw Mark have some real funny moments and angles and stuff, and I thought he's either got a puncture or something, or he's got the same problem as me, because he just couldn't get the car slowed down. And then I could pump it up with my left foot, and it would kind of come up and very quickly go down. And so yeah, I got on the Mark pulled off. I got on the back of Marcus, and he just kind of weaves around and so on and so forth. He's been called now to the thing. Just kept weaving around, and I'd almost, if I could have spoke to him, I'd say, don't do that, because I've got my foot as hard on the bulkhead as I could. Absolutely got the thing, the pedal to the floor, ABSing, and he just, constantly was holding us up, and then he just kept chopping around and whatever. And in the end, it was a case of, I've got my foot, got my nose there, got my foot absolutely hard to the hard to the bottom, exactly, mate. And he just chopped across, so I couldn't do anything. So it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other. If I get a bad call out of this, I haven't had much luck with the stewards today. I will be a bit racked off, because it's a racing accident. I've got my nose there. He's turned across while my nose there. It's a risk on his part. So yeah, we both went into the gravel. I carried on. So I don't know. See what happens. I've enjoyed it though. It's nice to have 2 dry races. We've got a bit of time off now, so a little bit of damage on the car to fix though.
How bad is the damage on the car?
Yeah, it's not bad. Superficial, just a headlamp and a couple of bits. So yeah, nothing of any real consequence. So got some time to fix it now.
So I got up there and he went, I've made my decision, you're excluded. I went, right, okay. Based on what? You came together and you caused an accident. I said, well, I'd like to see what you've based that decision on. So I've just been there for however long, watched the footage. I'm absolutely alongside him, yeah? And he turns in, you see the car turn in across me, yeah? And the guy says, well, I can't reverse the decision because I've already logged it now. I said, well, you've made the wrong decision. He says, I'm excluding you, put another 4 points on your licence. I'm really pissed off, actually, I have to say. Because I've just watched the footage, they made the decision by the time I got there. I've just watched the footage. I said, what have you made the decision based on? I said, play me the footage and whatever else. I've just played the footage, absolutely alongside him, yeah, and he just turns across me. Yeah? I can't be bothered to appeal it. I said, what happens if I don't sign it? He says, I said, well, I mean, I don't care about being excluded in 4 points because we're not doing the thing anyway.
Dad?
But I just say, I'm just not signing because I don't agree with the decision you made.
We can't talk about this. We don't want this on camera. It's a bit of a performance advantage that we got here.
What I'm currently doing is looking for a hairdryer because I've inadvertently put my sleeve of my race suit down the chemical toilet. It smells of blueberries or something at the moment. I don't really know what it is. So I now just dry my sleeve off. Ooh. Nice. Relaxing as ever.